If you like the following content, please leave a tip at buymeacoffee/Whitley. Greetings, tech aficionados. Welcome back to Technology Investment Investigations, your go-to hub for dissecting companies shaping our future. Today we've got a gem for you, an in-depth SWOT analysis of Ironwood Pharmaceuticals. So buckle up and let's dive into the world of innovative healthcare investments. Okay, so welcome back dedicated viewers and newcomers alike. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit the button please, and don't forget to ring the bell for the latest updates. Now let's crack on with our journey, as brief as it's going to be. So, Ironwood Pharmaceuticals, a name synonymous with groundbreaking healthcare solutions. This was established in 1998, I believe, as a company called Microbia Inc. This is a Cambridge, Massachusetts based biopharmaceutical giant. It has evolved into a force to be reckoned with by the looks of it. Notably, Ironwood is the creative mind behind a product called Linaclotide, I think that's how you pronounce it, which is the brand name for a chemical called Linaclotide, a revolutionary treatment for irritable bowel syndrome and chronic idiopathic constipation. It's obvious from its inception as Microbia Inc., which I'm probably pronouncing incorrectly, to its current pivotal role in healthcare with Linaclotide. Ironwood's journey is remarkable for the solutions it's currently providing. Before we dissect Ironwood's strengths and challenges, let's set the stage of the market itself. This company finds itself operating in a dynamic realm of gastrointestinal health. Ironwood taps into a market with a burgeoning demand for effective solutions. Linaclotide, backed by cutting-edge technology, places Ironwood at the forefront of medical innovation. Understanding this market dynamics and the technology behind Linaclotide is pivotal for dissecting the investor's future with regards to healthcare. In fact, if we just go through the basic financials of the company, it's got a pretty volatile price range for an established biopharmaceutical company. That 50% jump between $8 and $12 is quite big. Yes, the market cap is quite healthy. Dividends may or may not be there. I haven't had a chance to actually review that part of it, unfortunately. And the liabilities and assets are fairly well balanced, I think. So there's value in the company, definitely. But the volatility there is quite unusual. And I'm not entirely sure how much future there's going to be in the intestinal markets for medical help. Obviously it's there with our poor diets, but if our diet ever improves, it does make you wonder whether it's going to become more volatile than it is. So looking at the company itself, if we unveil the strengths that sets Ironwood apart, obviously it's Linaclotide is the flagship product of the company, but Ironwood boasts a formidable arsenal in the fight against gastrointestinal disorders. It has a robust pipeline, strategic collaborations, and a history of successful research and development initiatives. This underscores Ironwood's history within the industry. The strength lies not just with the product, but the strategic moves that Ironwood's been making in recent years. And I've got to be honest, any company within the medical parameters or tech industry that can last for 25 years probably has a pretty good management team behind it and a dedicated staff. Now, the weaknesses. Every successful story encounters challenges. Ironwood, like most companies, will obviously face its own sets, and these challenges present opportunities for growth and investment. So how can it turn those weaknesses into strengths? Well, that's down to whatever the company's doing in the background. The press for this negatively is quite scarce, really. It might just be because if it's just giving out basically fussy Alzheimer's Alka-Seltzers, just doing that basically, then obviously the company isn't going to be dealing with anything hugely negative. And I don't really know where it's going to go from there. So, who can challenge Ironwood? the opportunities await those who dare, and Ironwood seems to be ready to be able to push them off. There's an expanding market due to the incessantly bad diets that we have, the increase in the toxicity of our environment has led to more gastrointestinal problems that we're all experiencing, from minor illnesses that come and go through to irritable bowel syndrome, which this company specialises in treating, all the way up to the negative big C's that most of us are going to know somebody who's experienced, unfortunately. With this company concentrating on the small stuff, the opportunities for it to kind of spread out are nice and simple. These are relatively easy products to get through the FDAs of the world, because these aren't radically specialized medicines that I can see at the moment. There isn't anything that's going to cause any big problems for anybody. No massive side effects from something that does very small things to the body. Having said that, obviously they're reliant on one single product. There are some small ones out there, but it is primarily with this Linaclotide stuff. I'm not sure how much of an effect this has on a person with irritable bowel syndrome. I imagine it's just it's there to reduce inflammation in the body, allowing the person to carry on with life. I think in some countries it's off the shelf, and I think in some countries it's prescription only. That would basically mean if it is just off the shelf in most countries, then the amount of products that go against it, from basic herbal medicines through to just basically drinking a cup of milk, will obviously be a huge threat to profits going forward. And obviously, I live and pray that humanity improves its diet, and we're all able to reduce need for medicine in the first place. But if you invest in this company, you don't want that. You obviously want everybody to be needing the products. But there you go, it's just the way it is. So in conclusion, Ironwood Pharmaceuticals is a pretty solid player in the healthcare arena. With Linaclotide, it's leading the charge. It's a strategic approach to the challenges that is allowing the company to keep an eye on the future. Ironwood appears well positioned for success. However, as always, investors should conduct thorough research before making decisions. I would recommend you go to their webpage and you look through the product details of what they have, and try to pick up on some of the news stories of what they're doing going forward. It's an interesting company, but it's also deathly boring at the same time, which is why I haven't been able to put a huge amount of information on it. But that volatility in a price of 50%, if you brought in at the right price, then it's a pretty good short to medium term investment. I don't think it's going to be a great long term investment. It's one of those companies that really, one of the super giants, is going to probably come along at some point and gobble up, or a new product will come along and just dissolve the company completely, just through lack of purchases. It's a hit and miss company, but they're solid. If you just want to invest in them, go for it. I'm not going to tell you to do it, because it is what it is. It is a solid company. It's just I do not have a foggiest idea whether it's going to become a big company or a little company, whether this particular type of health problems is going to keep going and affect millions and millions of people all over the world, and whether they'll want to buy up these products. Probably should have researched it a bit better. I might do this again for another video in the future. So thank you for joining me on this video. Obviously there could have been a lot more in there. If you found this analysis even remotely enlightening, don't forget to like, share and comment. Subscribe for more insights to the tech investment landscape, and when I come up with a more interesting company, I will post that video in future. So until next time, happy investment.
Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe and hit the notification bell. If you enjoyed my content, please support this channel by visiting buymeacoffee.com/Whitley or scan the QR code to leave a tip.